Hello, everyone.
You can't lie that this voiceover, Jay. You can't lie that the intro was tough.
This is a game called Binary Star Hero. We're gonna start a new game. I'm not that, but I'll play. In the modern era of superheroes, supervillains. Oh, it's just a regular villain. And I say was very intentionally here. Many days of crime are officially over. I didn't go out in a large daring stunt or insane wealth like most may assume that a villain would. Most may assume that villains would finally retire when nature makes an end, or perpetual greed and selfishness, eventually spiraling into self-sabotage, becoming our own undoing. That was not me. I had loans to pay off, medications to afford, and a family to support too. I was not looking for a beautiful life full of luxury or Gatsby-level grandeur, but I only want to survive. And sometimes we can only survive the best way we know how. For me, I was stealing from others. I didn't take from the average Joe. My targets were specifically 7 figures and above. Well, sometimes I would stoop but they always deserve it. But now, it's over. I went out nameless. Well, as long as you know what to take, they can afford to lose. No, as long as you know what to take what they can afford to lose, they'll never search you out. I'm not proud of what I've done, but okay, that's a lie, I'm a little proud. Not many knew me. Not many knew of me. I was never infamous enough to attract the attention of the heroes. But the underdog crime world sure knew me. They referred to me as Godfrey. In infamy, I gained a small fan following of fellow criminals. That doesn't change the fact that those days are over me. The loans are paid off, my family has a proper safety net, and for medication. For a while, at least. Who was the means to an end? And now the present day me. Hey yo newbie, pass me some napkins and some old fart drops his coffee. I groaned, looking at the clock. Only 9 a.m. I sigh heavily, my coworker's voice grunting on my ears. I passed my 9 a.m. annoyance past some napkins. If you say like that, oh. If you say like that, you only bring yourself bad luck, newbie. Yeah. I'm gonna need more napkins than this. You haven't spilled like it's whole coffee. Whole bean coffee. I glanced and glared at my coworker Miles. I'm about to ask if he's hot at 9 a.m. in the morning when he cuts me off. Hey, but by the way, what's your name again? If I ask, else they'll explode at me. He laughed sheepishly, scratching his head. My name? Bumfrey. My name is Bumfrey. I've been working here for a month, Miles. Oh, all right, Bumfrey. Don't be mad. I promise I'll remember next time. Miles walks towards the spill with an incredible amount of napkins in hand. Miles, you know we have to clean up. We have a cleaning supplies closet, right? If you just wipe it with napkins, it's going to be sticky. Sheesh, newbie. I don't tell you how to live your life. I should glare at Miles. Please stop calling me newbie. Okay, I get it. Sure. My legs are like super sore from stalking this morning, though. Do you mind cleaning it up and I'll man the register? Halls, you said you weren't. Oh no, Halls said you weren't allowed on the register anymore after charging a customer $20 extra. That was only one for a third time in one day, Miles. Just be chill. Halls only takes your side because. Guess what, Miles? Oh, because what, Miles? Haley's tall, unimpressed stare gazes at Miles. Uh, Haley, why are you so quiet? Miles, yeah, go clean up the mess. Haley hands Miles a mop and a bucket. Miles hangs his head towards the spill while dragging the mop and bucket behind him. Yeah. Miles grumbles, sulking back to the spill. Haley sighs deeply, leaning onto the counter next to me. He grabs a slightly burned croissant from the discards pile and pick at it. I swear, I've never seen Miles do anything the right way, even if only 1% more effort is required. Haley stares linger on the Miles sneakers. Damn, if those sleigh helms aren't cool though. I look at the flashy black and green shoes Miles is sporting. I can't resist a good sneaker even if it's being sported on the least the seventh person possible. Aren't those things like a couple hundred at least? Yep. Haley sighs. Maybe I should just steal him when he takes his afternoon nap in the storage room. How about it? My partner in crime? I don't think I'm cut out for a life of felony. Sorry to disappoint, Hal. Haley drops a casual pat on my shoulder. Don't worry about it, Bumfrey. Just keep being a kick-ass barista, and we are cool. Haley and I sat at the ambience of the cafe. I wiped down the smile. I wiped down the countertop as Haley picked up the scone. The position Haley was standing at gave stand direct line of the sight of Miles to Miles' activeness. Miles's current demeanor of hardworking cafe employee indicated that he felt their hawk-like stare. I sighed again, glancing upward at the clock. Don't get too impatient. You have a full 5 left to go. Feels like forever. Maybe you should pick up a more exciting job then. More exciting job. Wait, cafe. More exciting than the minimum wage cafe employee? I can't even imagine. I'll crack a smile, tossing her napkins at me playfully. I snatch it out the air. You're such a little shit, you know that? Oh, how language. I think in the onboarding videos I refer to this as a toxic workplace environment. To be fair, any place that has Miles and I working together is technically a toxic workplace environment. Well, as a middleman, I like to formally request popcorn as the mainstay break room snack. Maybe if you don't charge a customer $20 multiple times in a day, I can see what I could do. Excuse me, I've never done that. Sorry, my standards were beaten low by previous people. I've been hurt before. Well, you can trust in me. I'll serve my time well as a proper middleman. If you and Miles end up legitimately balling out and destroying the place, then I probably will have to find a new job. I won't get to that. Even if it did, I could totally kick Miles' ass in 2 minutes flat. 2 minutes isn't a ton of time to do a whole lot of damage here. My eyes narrow. In all seriousness, I prefer not to find a new job. Say you had to though. What would you choose? I'm not sure. What do you think I'd be good at? Well, really good at wrangling mouths and myself, so maybe like a superhero? He was more monotone than ever, but I could tell it was an obvious show. Yeah, I I really look like the type, huh? I drawl out sarcastically. Maybe superhero name could be like the pessimist or something. A small twinkle shines behind an 80s eyes. And what would I do? Bum the feelings out so much I decided to go home. I mock a superhero pose. You there, disgusting villain. You don't have anything about them, but you don't have any idea about the money you're stealing. Inflation is on the rise. My money will be worth next to nothing in 2 years. Haley covers her face and turns her back. They attempt to regain composure, but I feel a little disappointed I wasn't able to see their expression. Wow, you could totally go for it. You even bum me out. I smile wide and laugh at the ridiculousness of it. That's what I like about you, Bumfree. You feel like the only other person who truly doesn't give a shit about the heroes. Even villains tend to have a favorite hero. You? You couldn't care less. Why is that? I sure come up with some random reason. Taxpayer money and all that. Can I get an order? Wait, no, I think I know who this is. Can I get an order? Head springs up at the customer on the other side. On the other side of the counter. They rub their arm awkwardly. Fuck, how long were we sitting in there? I wanted to die of embarrassment. My head whizzed over to Haley, but they already took advantage of the moment and trotted off to some other part of the cafe. My cheeks felt hot as I glanced up at the man. Hello, I'm sorry about that. I didn't see you there. He's not in the super thing, I'm not gonna do the super voice. No problem, I'd prefer it that way. What? Never mind, let's just stop talking. He cringed at himself, looking up at the menu. Can I get a black coffee to go? Yeah, sure, and nothing else? He pauses for a second, as if he's trying to determine if it's a trick question. No, thank you. Yeah, that'll be $3 flat. He hands over a $5 bill. Here's your change, sir. Keep it. Moves away before I can give him his receipt. I'm very talkative. Put together a fresh black coffee in a to-go cup. He stands at the counter ready to grab it right before I hand him the coffee. Right before I hand the coffee over, I quickly pour it back towards myself. I almost forgot this. I slip a coffee sleeve onto the cup. Careful. Besides, you wouldn't want to burn your hands. Why does everything I say feel so awkward with this guy? He flashes a very weary smile. Thanks, glances down at my name tag. Bumfree. Have a good day. Takes the coffee from my hand, his fingertips brush over mine, and the exchange makes me jump a little bit. Oh. The man... I'm illiterate. The man walks out the door sipping his hot coffee. He glances at me while passing the glass window. When our eyes make contact, he shifts his glance away. I continue to work the register, ringing customers up and preparing drinks. When customers peter out later in the day, I pass time by watching TV with no sound hanging in the corner. A special about a hero's origin flashes across the screen. I mute the TV as binary stars, red, blue, and white, yellow, stand out amongst the news interview. The child from the stars, huh? I remember to myself. Does he have makeup? How does he hide his mole? Well, as unbelievable as it was, Binary's red eyes were chillingly unhuman. It genuinely, I said that. To the general public, he glimmered like a starlight, but to the villains, his name was only uttered in whispers. The rest of the day passed as pretty normally. Soon, I'll finally be off the clock and can head home. I yawn as I look through some boxes on the counter for more sleeves. The morning shift is brutal. I probably shouldn't have stayed up so late doom scrolling. Hey! Uh, Ow. I rubbed the back of my head where it hit the counter. Ducking my head from under the counter, I could see Haley with their unusual expression. Oh, you really have to make your presence more known. Haley shrugs. Do you mind bussing some tables? Sure, but where's Miles? Where's Miles? Probably pretended to work in the storage room while browsing auction sites for hero action figures. I start to laugh, assuming it's a joke, but Haley's unamused expression never shifted. Haley sighs, driving to their temples. Sometimes I wonder if firing him would be easier, but it would make my life way more complicated if I did. Haley glances up at me quickly. It's tough to find anyone unwilling to work a normal job recently. All Miles talk about is how he's gonna quit someday and be a hero. Haley barks a humorous laugh. Yeah, the guy can barely tell a coarse grind from a fine grind. Don't even get me started about how many times he has. Yo, check out this sidekick Arab Blaze figure I found. It's only at 8. It only has an hour left. 8,000 for an action figure? With spending habits like that, I wonder why Miles is trying to always borrow money. As Haley starts in on lecture, I quietly dip out. I hum to myself while gathering and left behind plates, mugs, and cups off the table and placing them into the bus tub. Bump. Ah. Hmm? I walked into someone, almost dropping the bus tub. The stranger's hand grasped the container of the other side, keeping it steady. Whoa, nice reflexes. I look up at the strange stranger from yesterday. I feel a bit frazzled, my face heating up, remembering the caught glances from our fingertips. Oh my god, get it together, you whore. My eyes shot. Oh my god, can you read my mind? My eyes shoot up to his, and I swear he was laughing at me intensely and coolly shifted his glance in the direction. He's a little attractive though. You think so? Hmm? What? He smirks down at me. My reflexes. Yeah, he's smooth. Alright, yeah. My eyes go wide, noticing the customer's hand holding the bus tub. Ah, sorry. I placed the bus tub? Yeah, the bus tub. What the hell's a bus tub? I placed the bus tub on a nearby table. The man stands there with a curious look on his face. I didn't get it. Disgusting. I didn't get anything on you, did I? I fled around him, making sure that no stains were on his shirt. He didn't move around, staring down at me. Intensely. I verified that there weren't any spills on him, and I backed up a little. I think you're good. I looked down, noticing a coffee on his table. Black coffee again? You know we have other things too. Hope that didn't come out as judgmental. I like this. After an awkward silence, he continues, well, I'm usually in a rush to get to work. The black coffee is just the fastest to get. Oh, okay, I see. Well, if you ever want to try something new, I can make something else for you. Sounds tempting. The promise will be really good. You never want to buy coffee anywhere else or your money back. Okay, can I get that in writing? Cheap bastard. You don't seem to be in a rush today. No, work doesn't need me quite yet. What do you do for work? You ask me what I do for work when you don't even know my name yet? I'm disappointed in you, Bumfrey. And you know my name? He gazes down at me. His intense dark eyes scan my form. They linger as they move across me slowly. I end up feeling frazzled all over again. As he's staring at my chest, I can sound sing my name tag. Oh my god, you idiot, Bumfrey. Oh, alright, the person being an employee. Why did I just say that? Is me getting to know your name a perk of the job for you? The man smirks, his eyes scanning my face. Flattered. I don't have to pay extra for flattery, right? I'm pretty sure my face is red as a tomato to this point. No, that's on the house. I gather the bus tub into my arms a little too quickly, splashing a bit of water onto myself. Sorry, I gotta go. I work to work. I turned around to escape. I swear I could hear a deep chuckle. When I returned from the back, the man was already gone. I wonder if he'll come back tomorrow. Weeks gone by and the customer hasn't come back. The part of me felt a little disappointed. Then a little part of me chastened myself for how ridiculous that is when I don't even know the man's name. He's a stranger. He could be like a murderer or something. Or married. Why am I even thinking about this? This is so stupid. I groan into my hands. Yes, damn. What? I jack my head up to see the house standing next to me. I follow her line of vision and land on the muted TV in the corner. Shown on the screen? Shown on the screen was the most notable superhero. Binary Star. There truly wasn't a household that hasn't heard of that name. Let's see what they're saying about this prick. Ellie grabs the remote, turning up the sound. The hero that will shine against any darkness. How do you feel about that title, Mr. Binary Star? Well, I got to say, I'm flattered. But Steve, they're not wrong. The hero tilts his head, giving an animated wink to the interviewer. Then he turns to the camera, pointing directly towards the audience. No villain can hide under the thick veil of darkness. Out while I'm around. Against the dusk of their crimes, the shining light will always prevail, bringing them to justice. The hero turning a his point into a thumbs up. His smile so wide it instinctively makes me rub my own jaw. You know, you're known to have numerous abilities, none such as kind as the diamond melting eyes. Is it said that you were born with this special talent, indicating that from birth you were an ability holder? Yes, that is right. From when I first opened my eyes, they were red. It really gave the nurses a scare. Despite the shock, my dear mother never faltered in loving me. God rest her soul. The interviewer extends his condolences. As I grew older, my abilities manifested and now... And he turns off the TV. God, I fucking hate that guy. I glanced toward Haley. It was odd she disliked the hero so much. Most people loved heroes. And even if they aren't interested, they at least feign interest in order to be around people like them. Heroes is seen as a paragon of justice, so to openly dislike him is to see Assaultus is seen as odd at best, suspicious at worst. Why so much hate? Lily turned to me, a bit shocked. What? I thought you didn't like him either. I'm kind of giving her a mad voice. What? I thought you didn't like him either. I don't know. I'm just surprised you're so passionate about hating him. Haley rolls her eyes. Or their eyes. I don't know her pronouns. It's just all so fake, honestly. All this boating and bullshittery just for heroes to go out and mercilessly slaughter anyone they deem as villains. It's honestly disgusting. Does anyone even remember when we tried to reform criminals? They just get slaughtered because that is easier than reformation. And the only group that seems to care is the goddamn smidgen of the fucking apprentice. Oh my god. And the only group that seems to care is the goddamn smidgen is the fucking prison industry. Because oh gosh forbid that they lose out on 25 cents an hour labor. Like, is this world going crazy or is it just me? I noticed some customers glancing over at Haley as their voicing teeth to get louder alongside the building passion. I agree with Haley to a certain extent. Heroes do have too much power. But the idea that they go around slaughtering villains, they must be getting these ideas from some borderline extremist, or at least some villain sympathetic internet forum or something. It's common knowledge that, after all, heroes don't kill. It's silence, sir. Haley. I touch her arms, trying to grab her attention. He paused, noticing me. I look around at the cafe at customers who are pretty custom. Yeah, you're right. I'll shut up now. Haley sighs, pushing their hair over their shoulder. I'm right though. Back when I was a teen, people still protested heroes. Let me save this slot. They grumbled while walking away. Okay, Granny. We know. The world was different back in your day. Haley shoots a glare in my direction, but is unable to keep a completely straight face. They laugh while continuing to walk to the storage room. I'm gonna sort out some inventory on the way in the back. If my old person back ain't in there, maybe I'll have to ask for help from the young ones with more energy. I point to the register. Yeah, I don't mind helping out, as long as you're cool with the till being run over by a certain employee with sticky fingers and the fascination for hero collectibles. Never mind, I feel years younger. Yeah, Haley walks off in their wide stride. Although their boots have heels, I can never seem to hear them clicking against the hard floor. Outside, turning back on the TV. It's getting later on the day, so customers are petering out. And I'll be damned if I don't have some form of entertainment for my last working hour. The hero's face lights up the screen as he saves a woman and children from imminent danger. Apparently, he's only been in the city for about 3 weeks, and the people are already fallen in love with him. He even claimed that he has alone reduced villain and criminal attacks by 60% in the last month. Watching him do his thing on the screen, the fall of felony wasn't much of a surprise to me. I was almost impressed to seeing him fly around battling against monsters and villains. His red eyes glow, cutting down everything in their path. Apparently he has trained many sidekicks to become successful heroes. I can't help but wonder how hectic his life is. The hero, after saving a child, he smiles and waves at the camera. His Citizens on clap and cheer for him. On? What does it want to be on clap and cheer for him in the background. Edited highlight shots of the hero plays. He gloriously flashes across the screen as terrified citizens scream for help. Soon to be picked up and saved. Some part of me felt gross watching it. I imagined almost dying, and immediately getting edited into a hero montage. Huh. Not a fan, huh? Huh? I almost jumped out of my skin at the sound of the voice in front of me. I looked up to see a customer from about a week ago. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you around. I didn't see you there. Yeah, I noticed. He glanced at the screen. It's okay, I'd rather look at binary star than myself too. I smile sheepishly. I don't really like him or anything, but I feel the need to specify that. I cringed internally. Yeah, I kinda noticed that too. Did? Mm-hmm. Facial expressions kinda look like he smells spoiled milk or something. My jaw hangs, I'm at a loss for words. But like 4 months ago, spoiled milk, not some week-old spoiled milk. It was intense. I almost felt hurt for that guy. Nobody wants to get that kind of look from a cute barista. Cute? Man smirks, quirking an eyebrow. You want me to repeat myself? No, it's okay. I feel if I hear him say it again, my face will simply combust. I already know it's probably bright red, while this guy stands with the same smirk. What a bastard. The smirk seemed to get wider. Why don't you like him? He motions his head toward the TV. This is true. I don't want to be honest. I bite my lip trying to decide how honest I want to be. Be honest. Something about heroes kind of make me uncomfortable. How so? Something about them feel somewhat uncanny valley. Like a robot? Yeah, almost like if finally starts spawns any harder, his face will just crack and fall into pieces. Heroes are always saying what public wants them to say too, and to know exactly what to say. I think most of them probably won't have PR writers. After all the media grooming, the heroes don't even feel human anymore. I guess Binary Star isn't technically human, but you understand what I'm saying, right? Man grimaces, but he nods. The child from the stars. Binary Star, that poor bastard. I bet you're right. If his face did smell any harder, it would just fall off. And underneath it would be an endless pit. Man chuckles. Or something like that, right? I'm better off just a robot machine underneath a human-looking face. The military getting in on the hero game. Hero game with the latest tech, huh? I can't help but laugh. They always want the fame and fortune after all. A momentary look of softness travels across on the man's face. Anyways, but either way, I should probably take your order, considering you have been standing here for like 5 minutes. The man smiles. Don't worry about it. I enjoy our little interactions. I grab a medium-sized cup, the size he ordered the last 2 times he was here. Black coffee again? Oh, you remembered. I tried to remember our regular orders. I think with this being my 3rd time here, I'd hardly count as a regular. But I'll take the expedited owner anyways. Can I get your name for your order? In all honesty, I didn't remember his name. We didn't just call out drinks rather than the names of the customer. Maybe I just want to be a little selfish for once. Can I try your special? I give a blank look. The one guaranteed not to be found anywhere else, or I get my money back. Ah, of course. And if you don't like it, I might get something else. But she said I get my money back. Am I about to get scammed? Fine, and your money back. You smile as if you already won. I'm like the best damn coffee it's ever had. If somehow I feel like you're challenging me, come on, take a seat. I'll bring it to you when it's ready. You don't want me to pay? I'll take your money after I rob you of your pride. He cracks a smile. Cheeky thing. The man saunters off and leans onto the far wall. I feel his eyes follow me as I move back and forth while making the coffee. After a couple minutes, it's finally done. I bring out the most beautiful mint latte I've ever made. The man looks down as if at its significancy, slightly grimacing. It's kinda green. You know any other color than black? The man's eyes lit up suspiciously. If I die from this, oh my god, I'm more likely to die from ingesting black coffee every day. Stir it a bit first and give it a try. You can also start to take out your wallet if you want. Wow, the barista won't stir it for me? Citrus is really lacking for her. No, I'm not going to stir it for you, sir. The man chuckles a little bit and stirs a drink. He brings it up to take a drink. He takes a good amount in at once, swallowing deeply. He pauses, looking at me. The man places down the drink and takes out his wallet. So what do I owe you? I can't help to smile. You haven't even told me how good it is yet. It's good. That's it, nothing else? Maybe the word you're thinking of is delicious, heavenly, maybe awe-inspiring. No push your luck, kid. I got my pride too. He smirks, rifling his wallet for bills. Don't worry about the money. Satisfaction after your loss is payment enough. No, I lost fair and square. I have to pay up. No, seriously, it's my treat. He looks at me for what I feel is a solid moment before he puts his wallet away. If you say so. He looks at the drink, which is beautifully displayed in a glass mug. He then checks the time on his He then checks the time on his phone and grimaces before he can even open his mouth. And at present, before he can even post this, I present a to-go lid. I figured you wouldn't be able to stick around for long. He seems surprised as he takes a cup. His face eventually falling back into his usual expression. You shouldn't have to go through all that effort here. I swiftly cut him off. It tastes better when it's presented well. Is that so? Mm-hmm. I'm not enthusiastically, whatever you want to call it. He pours the drink into the to-go cup and careful not to spill. Thanks a lot for this. He leans in close. My heart starts to beat faster. What is he doing? He pauses, snatching the permanent marker out of my apron pocket. I gape as he scribbles something on the to-go cup. He turns the cup towards me, and the word Ray scrawled on the side. It's my name. Cool, nice to meet you, Ray. Nice to meet you too, bum free. Have a good day at work. If that's where you're going. It occurred to me that it was nearly 4 p.m. on a Wednesday. What the hell am I talking about? It occurred to me that it was nearly 4 p.m. on a Tuesday. Was he going back to work? Maybe he was done for the day. He never comes in at the same times for coffee. He must have a job at very odd hours. As I walk away, something catches on my shoe, causing me to stumble. Oh, Ray reaches out with one arm and catches me swiftly by the waist before I can completely face plant. He catches the catch pulled up his sleeve and his arm was marked with scars. Trying to space out too much when you walk. Ray pulls me back up to my feet and releases me gently. His arms are surprisingly strong, considering how sleep deprived he always looks. I can't help but think about how how marked up his arm was. Cuts, holes, slices, both old and new. Maybe his job is some hard manual labor or something. That would explain why he's so tired all the time. He smelled nice too. I wonder what that cologne he uses. I get back behind the counter and watch Ray as he gives me a short wave before leaving. Some part of me hoped he would come back tomorrow. I stuck my hands in my apron pockets and sigh. My fingertips nudge a hard object in my pocket. Huh? I pulled the foreign object that was in my pocket. A small wad of money? I felt a harder object within. I pulled up my coffee seeds and with a small message and permanent marker. Thanks for the coffee. The extra is tip. R. There's a phone number scrawled at the bottom. Look at the bills. $50. After carrying out the transaction, I stuff the rest of the cash into the tip jar. A couple more days pass without any appearance from Ray. Finally off of work. Despite my desperate desire to just go home and face plant into the couch and binge shows the rest of the day, I should probably get some groceries. I can't live off mac and cheese unless for the next 2 weeks after all. Probably shouldn't. I do a bit of grocery shopping and grab some essentials for the next couple of days, but not too much so I'm unable to carry all of them back to the apartment. Partway through the trip back home, my phone buzzes. I have the bag onto my other arm and check the call. Unknown caller. The sinking feeling in my stomach gave me an idea of who it could be. Take a breath and pick up the call. Godfrey. Yes. I could tell by the voice it was my old partner in crime, Double. Oh, I thought it was Godfrey. Yes. I could tell by the voice it was my old partner in crime. Double vision. Myself and the rest of the night crew used to hit houses and make quite a bit of money. We would even lift cars on occasion. Although I can't say we split on good terms. You moved. Yeah, away from you. You ruined me, Godfrey. We had a good thing. I could hear the thick malice in his voice. Don't be so cold, honey. Going to the lengths of running away while I was out of town. You ruined me truly. And when you left, I did some things I'm not so proud of. But the honest truth is that I saw red. You remember Ripley, right? I swallowed hard. My hands shook, but I wasn't able to hang up. I can't guarantee you'll be able to recognize him anymore. He let out a cold court laugh. Then he transitions into a soft, cooing voice. You should have told me you were upset, honey. You can't just leave me like that. You know what that does to a guy. I get so worked up over you. I know I shouldn't, but I keep thinking about you and I didn't. I don't think I can just let you go. So I'm asking nicely. Please come back. I'll buy you the same flat, same car, same everything. And we can pretend your silly little lapse in judgment will never happen. Come back to the crew. To me. I gather my courage. I can I grab her any courage I can, breathing in a shaky breath. Go fuck yourself, Double. That's how I say on a spider mustard. Go fuck yourself, Double. I spit out in a rage. Double lets out a loud barking laugh. Ha! Bumfrey, you never cease to surprise me. Listen to this close. If you really want to be free, then you don't let me find you, honey. Because when I do, heavy silence blankets the call like a mist. I hear my own heart beating echo through my ears. Double finally talks in a slow, serious whisper. I fucking kill you. He hangs up, and the line beeps. Wait, David. I'll fucking kill you. Nah, that's the best way. I collapse to the ground, my legs not quite falling up to the task of standing. Double vision, and I used to be close. Closer than I left him in, honestly. For a while it was peaceful, even fun. And slowly things started to change. Every time I gave him an inch, he started to take 2 inches. He would take a foot. Eventually, he wasn't even satisfied with a mile. That was the type of guy Double was. For a while, I wondered if he started to change, or if this was him all along prowling under the cracking mask. But at some point, the egg or the chicken hardly mattered. Being around him started to become terrifying. Compliments turned into obsessions. Warnings turned into threats. Once I had enough money, enough of a safety, I had to get out. Maybe Devil in some way kept me from becoming too greedy. Kept me from becoming too used to the lucrative film lifestyle. When I asked to leave, he said no. When soft-spoken Marsh stood up for me, telling Devil to just let me go. Devil beat Marsh's face into a lump of unrecognizable flesh. From that point, I guaranteed Devil into a godhood for most of the violent members of the crew. The non-violent members became too fearful to even speak up against Devil again, and so I left the crew alone. I fled into the darkness of the night, taking my family with me. I moved my family into a different town with different names far away. And as for myself, I came anonymous in a different city, far enough away from my family so they can live in peace without me. So the question is, has he already found me? After all, the boys enjoyed playing with his food. My legs shook. I felt nauseated with the thought. I desperately scanned the area. I didn't see or feel anything off. Locals walked casually, carrying out their lives. I quickly gathered up my bags, and in haste, my phone falls out my hand, tumbles into the shoes of a stranger. They pick it up and hold out towards me. Ray? Here. He hands me my phone. You look like you've seen better days, Bumfrey. Is everything alright? I get it from the ground, setting the groceries onto the ground to straighten out my clothes. I have to get it together, probably crazy right now. My mentality just chastises myself, looking up at Ray's concerned eyes. I force a grin, praying it's convincing. Yeah, I was just taking a break. Ray raises an eyebrow. I motion towards the groceries. I think I purchased too much. They're pretty heavy. I lied through my teeth. So you took a break in the middle of the street? I left awkwardly, unable to find a good excuse. Are you heading in this direction? He points where I was facing. Yeah. I'm going that way too. You need some help? Before I could say no, he picks up a grocery bag. Grocery bag that was incredibly light. What? A grocery bag that was incredibly light. Ray pauses, turning to look at me. He gives me a look of suspicion and confusion. He opens his mouth as if he was about to say something, and then he seemingly decides against it. Then he silently picks up the other grocery bag too. I stare embarrassed, unsure of what to do. Lucky for me, Ray reads the room and decides not to press me further. Are we going, or do you want me to carry you too? I hurry up to catch up his tired stride. It's actually pretty light. Do you have any food substances in here? I don't want to hear anything about dietary habits from a guy who regularly consumes black coffee in the middle of the day. I recently took up mint lattes. Thanks to you very much. Oh yeah? What made you decide to do that? Well, when a Keeper asks you to try something, you can harshly say no. Someone like me has weaknesses too, you know. Unlike you. How far do you live from here? Not too far, and are you already getting tired? Ray looks down with a weird smile. Not only your life, Risa. I have a name too, you know. I'm free. I honestly didn't expect you to remember my name. Ray's about to say something when his phone buzzes. He pauses to look at it and cancels the call, shoving the phone back into his pocket. After only a couple moments, his phone began to buzz again, and once again cancels it. Sorry about that. I've got some needy juniors at work. Hopefully, they will get the hint and leave me alone. As we stroll, Ray and I start to chat about a variety of topics. I discovered that he likes cats, but due to his work, he's unable to own one. He also recently took up coffee a few months ago. Before then, he never even drank it. Soon enough, we made it to the front door of my apartment building. Bzzz. His phone vibrates again. He fell into a call. Sorry. Work forces me to use a phone that has the silence feature blocked. That sounds like a unhealthy work environment. Ray gives a chuckle, and that sounds even more tired than humorous. Yeah, suppose so. Unfortunately, I've somewhat grandfathered into the position. You can't just quit? Not really. It sounds illegal. Ray grimaces. He doesn't seem very chatty about work, but he must be in a stressful career. Well, either way, this is me. I motion up to the apartment building. Oh, come in. If you have time, do you want to stay from some tea? Thank you for the help, of course. My heart was beating and all shit at my face was getting increasingly red. I genuinely didn't mean the invitation with unholy intentions, but it was still such an awkward question to ask because of the implication. Jen. Oh, almost got reminded by that guy from that one game. Ren. Ray looks genuinely surprised, almost dropping his phone. Yeah, of course I'd love to. Zzz. Ray's phone begins to buzz again. Ray looks visibly annoyed at the buzzing of his phone. Let me just take this real quick. He puts the phone to his ear. Yes? Absolutely not. It's my day off. What? You have no one else? Am I really your only? He shoots a side glance at me. Option or something? I in fact do have a life. It's so hard to believe that I have plans. Well, that's too bad, isn't it? You'll just have to find someone else to take it on. I'm not. Anyways, I'm hanging up now. You call me again, this phone is getting a hole burnt through it, seriously. Ray hangs up his phone and places it back in his pocket. He turns to me, smiling kindly. Sorry about that. Should we head up? He picks up the bags again before I'm able to. As he takes his first step, the sound of a large explosion is heard in the distance. The ground shakes with the force of the blow. Ray sighs in a frustrated manner. God damn it. Ray's phone buzzes once again and he picks it up. Just to... Fine, I'm on my way, but you owe me. After hanging up, Ray turns to me. Sorry, Bumfrey, but it looks like I can't escape work today. He gives a smile, so disappointed, and I can't help to feel bad for him. It's okay, maybe next time? Definitely next time. He picks up the grocery bags again. Don't worry about it. If your work's about that, I point to the giant cloud of smoke in the distance. It's probably more important than my damn groceries. Ray gives me a slow smell. Gives a slow smell handing me the grocery bag. His eyes linger on my face as his hands brush mine slowly. Nothing's more important than your dumb groceries. I'll pay you back next time, okay? His hands roll over mine before pulling back. A small motion makes my heart flutter something fierce. Thank God for your help, Ray. He smiles. Anytime, Star. He turns to Ray giving a short wave as he goes. I put the groceries away and collapse to my bed. It was only around 4 p.m., but it felt like such a long day already. I can't help but drift away into a short nap. I awaken with a start. A light draft makes me shiver. I see that the window is cracked open. How do I keep forgetting to close this? Shutting it once again. I started looking up at the clock. Only 10 more minutes before work ends. It was almost 5 p.m. and the usual crowd had died off at this point. 8 more minutes. Excuse me. Hello. I look up. Why does someone always appear up before the end of my shift? I go internally. Hi, what can I get you for today? Yeah, sorry, the customer gives a short and screamish laugh. You not recognize me? I'm sorry? I don't understand. Hero of the hero of the fire, Blaze, right in front of you. You don't recognize him? I blink unsure of what to say. Oh, of course. You're playing cool and serious, trying to get me all interested in you, right? He brushes his hair with his hand and gives a laugh. Well, don't worry, sweetheart. I'm already there. He points a finger between myself and him, winking. Same page. Okay, so do you want a coffee or what? Ram waves a hand dismissively. We will get to that in a moment, but first, that's a blonde, titled man. Not titled man. It's a bald, tired man looking and coming here often. I give a confused look. There's a lot of tired people that come in here. It's a cafe. His hair's about to here. The man waves his hand around his neckline. His eyes are really dead, like 1,000 years dead most of the time. Stare most of the time. You're talking about Ray? Wow, on a first name basis. Lucky guy. I guess at the clock I should have been off work 5 minutes ago at this point. I should have speed things up, so no coffee then? I don't blame you for going all about that. He smiles. I felt like I could give you better. At this point, I'm utterly confused. Look, sir, I don't even know your name. Blaze. I mean your real name. It's Luke. Nice to meet you. As I was saying, I'm parked out front, and it's a convertible. He points to a flashy red car sitting diagonally across 2 disabled parking spots. How about we get out of here, just us? He winks and I smile harder, trying to keep my face from cringing. Guy's really laying out thick. Not to sound full of myself, but would you be lucky? You would be lucky enough to be with a guy like me. Not sure if you know this, but I'm a hero. Starts to look upset, more like due to his passes not being received with the enthusiasm he expected. I need to clock out, so are you gonna order anything? The man sucks his teeth, leaning up against the counter. Like, you seem a bit dense, so I'll spell it out for you. Look, you seem a bit dense. Oh my god, I should have been doing that voice with him this whole time. Look, you seem a little dense, but I'll spell it out to you. So I'll spell it out for you. Luke leans in, his cologne enveloping me. This may be hard to believe, but I'm the hero. Blaze. Yes, you mentioned that a few times now, Blaze. I can feel the customer service politeness leaving my body. He gives a leering smile. Now don't start freaking out when I say this, but I don't want the whole world to know I'm here. Let's just say I'm interested. I blink, unable to stop the words from spilling from my mouth. Let's just be badasses. Kindly fuck off. I flash my sweetest smile. Do you mind waiting here for a minute? I guess I could donate a minute of my time to assist in need. Look outside of the register and walk to the back. Then take off my apron and clock out. I see Luke leaning against the wall when I come out. Are you going out? Yeah, I don't think so. Did you get off on harassing minimum wage employees or something? Because frankly, it's tiring and old. I don't know what your angle is, but you can kindly fuck off. No one here gets paid enough to deal with that kind of bullshit. Luke looks furious, visibly irritated. Fine. You just lost a chance, however, that every civilian wants. I was going to light your life up on fire. Have fun with your golden boy, a hero from the stars. Yeah, right. Ask Ray how he got his abilities. Luke grins, a smile full of malice. Hopefully you know what you're getting yourself into, Bumfrey. He gives a cold laugh. The guy's no hero. Luke angrily takes his leave, muttering some words under his breath on his way out. I stay exhausted. What the fuck was that about? I look over my shoulder to Hal's, who appeared to be behind me with a croissant in hand. Honestly, I have no idea. He said he was a hero and accused the new regular rave, some ridiculous stuff. What kind of stuff? Of him being a hero or something? Which one? The star one? Binary star? Yeah. I'll choose on a croissant and thought. Weird. That guy seemed like a total dick. Maybe he hopped in some new designer drugs or something? Unfortunately, I got the vibe that it was just his default personality. He was really laying it on me though. Good thing Miles wasn't around. He would have totally flipped out. I probably would have scared Blaze away with his enthusiasm. Damn, Miles could have saved the day. Could you imagine Miles cornering Blaze, showing him hundreds of pictures of his collectibles? That Pierre would be so creeped out. Who knows? He seems self-obsessed enough to probably enjoy it. I'm sure he has his own collection too. I could totally see that. I don't know. You should implement a no weirdos policy. Oh shit, the art. Why the hell why can't I move it like this? What? Okay, Haley leans up against the counter to me. They laugh. What? Why the hell did they animate this one? Whatever. Haley leans up against the counter to me. They laugh. It's a refreshing sound like bells in the summer. Yeah, but then Mouse wouldn't be able to work. Hey, I heard that. Yeah, and I chuckled at the far off sound of Mouse's voice. You're not allowed to turn away customers, you know. I tried. They gave me a reassuring part of this pat on the shoulder. Just call me next time. I'll kick his ass out of here. I gasped in fake shock. To a hero? You know, like a crime or something? Haley smiles deviously. Maybe I'll key his car first, for good measure. They say 2 crimes are better than one. Right. 1. Wow house. Left in the determination. One that reflected in your management styles. You laughed a bit between the two of us. I've only known House for about 3 months or so, but we've become so close. They always know the right thing to say to cheer me up. Anyways, I should probably head out. Hey, before you go, Haley bites her lip, debating. After a couple of seconds pass, they speak up. About that guy you said, his name was Ray? Yeah, I actually ran him into it the other day. Helped me carry out my groceries home. Look, I'm kind of getting a bad feeling from this guy. What about him? Hal rubs their neck, looking away. I guess it's a feeling, kind of like a bad one. Something doesn't feel genuine with him. I need to start speaking in their voices. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. Maybe just keep an eye out for anything else that's odd, that's off. I haven't seen anything weird yet. Holy shit. What's weird? What's weird? Huh? I feel like I almost had a heart attack. Ray somehow walked up without me even noticing. Nothing weird. Just had some coffee that's go missing recently. Is that right? Ray stares directly at Haley, who levels a glare back back at him. He shoots me a quick smile. Sorry, I haven't met your friend yet. This is Haley. A coworker? Friend. Haley cuts in quickly. Sorry for interrupting the conversation. I'm just looking to get the usual before heading out to work. Almost 8 PM and you're just starting work for the day? Yeah, that's strange. What do you do for work? Law enforcement? Very responsible about missing a beat. A tense silence falls between the 3 of us. I don't quite understand what's going on, but I feel uncomfortable. Hey, what do you do for work? What do you mean? I'm obviously working right now. Is this your only job? Last time I checked, yeah. Sorry, you just look so familiar. Just can't put my finger on it. He looks genuinely annoyed, but I could see them bite their cheek, probably to keep themselves from saying something too unprofessional. He must be thinking of someone else. Haley straightens out. Ray smiles, but there's no friendliness to it. Maybe you're right. Haley smiles back with a equal amount of spite. You know, we had a celebrity visit. You just missed it. He was a hero too. This place is quite popular lately. Ray's face falls into a frown. Ray Harley looks at me for a second. I can't imagine why. It seems like we have some kind of hero discount or something. Hey, Ray's lips tight. Ray's lips pull tight as he narrows his eyes. Is that right? Ellie picks at their nails, seeming uninterested. Yeah. What was his name again? Blaze. Raymond was under his breath. Right. That was it. How did he know it was Blaze? I guess fire. There's only like one fire guy, probably. He said, wait. Never mind. He suddenly looks at me, giving a smile. Looks like I overstayed my welcome. I should probably head to work before my new phone blows up. What are you gonna say, Haley? Thanks. Got some coffee before you go. Ray already begins to leave. I should probably get him a coffee before he goes. Oh, Ray. I jog past Haley and rush and grab onto his sleeve. He turns to me, a bit surprised. Yeah? I smile at him. Wait for one more second. I jog off to the coffee, grabbing him a fresh cup of black coffee. I hope work goes quicker for you. Hand him the cup. Ray smiles softly. Thanks, Star. He reaches his hand out as if he wanted to touch my head, but then he goes back. I'll catch you around. Come back soon. Of course. He gives a little wink before turning his head out. Haley gives me a longer look from beside the coffee counter. Is something wrong? Haley opens her mouth, about to say something, but settles to shake her head. Nah. Haley sensing my skepticism and reassures though. Did I tell you? I remember that action figure that Miles was trying to get? The $8,000 one? Guess so. Apparently he went and cried for money so apparently he cried out for money from each of his friends, but he was $20 short. Long story short, guess he shares the same shoe size as Miles. Haley gives a triumphant look, placing one of their long legs forward, sitting on the feet where I'd use like new pair of Leon sneakers, worth every penny. You believe Miles and I already did our exact same shoe size? Didn't Miles come wearing those shoes today? Where are your shoes? Miles can rock black heel boot. I think it's giving him more confidence. A loud crash can be heard from the storage room. He's still getting the hang of it now. After chatting with Haley for a bit longer, I finally take my leave and head home. I think that's enough for tonight. This has been like... How long has this been? An hour 21. Okay.